Personal story segment tonight, as we mentioned last night, Sarah Palin did not like a tease I wrote and delivered about the Republican presidential hopefuls. Here it is. O'Reilly here. Sarah Palin, Donald Trump, Chris Christie all may run for president on the Republican side. Wow. Talk about a reality show. We'll have the inside story. So I suggested Governor Palin might want to relax in the tip of the day last night because the tease was harmless. Well, Donald Trump has weighed in, tweeting that Mrs. Palin is correct and that the factor is heading in the wrong direction. Mr. Trump joins us on the phone from the Trump National Doral in Miami. Miami, huh?
It's nice and warm in Miami.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Well, you know what? I shoveled a bunch of snow right against your door up here.
Good.
So what's your beef?
Well, my beef is that all day long they advertise Trump and Palin and just over and over again. And I said, I've got to watch this. Not that I don't watch you anyway. And I was waiting and waiting for Trump, and I was even waiting for Palin, who is a actually very nice woman and a very good woman. And there was nothing about me and nothing about her, but there was nothing about me. So I said to myself, that's sort of truth in advertising.
Oh, you're on deceptive advertising.
They used
but there was something about you. There was something about you. You missed it.
Well, perhaps I did.
Let me tell you, because you want to be a fair man. I know you. You're a fair guy.
Go ahead.
The segment was about all of the candidates that are thinking about running for president on a GOP side. And we ran them down, all right, and said strengths and weaknesses. You were in there, and so is Governor Palin. Strengths, presentation, liven things up, straight shooter. Weaknesses, very challenging, and that's exactly the word I used, to get an organization in every state up and running in time to compete. That's where you were. So come on.
Well,
the factor's heading in the wrong direction? Come on.
It was a very quick little thing. The ads were massive, and I expected to have a nice piece. I saw something very briefly, but it certainly wasn't what advertised, but that's okay. Now, as far as heading in the wrong direction, I don't know. I think you have your act together pretty well, Bill, don't you?
All right, so you're going to take that tweet back. Can you take a tweet back? Is it out? Can you grab it out of the sky? Take it back.
Hey, I would never do such a thing.
Yeah, don't be a pinhead. Don't tweet. You don't need to tweet. I mean, your words are worth more than this cheap cyberspace. But let me just separate it. Now I'm glad you came on, because now I know you were saying, look, I don't want to be exploited in some stupid television show if I'm not involved, and that's a legitimate point. Okay, but Sarah Palin was actually offended that I said, wow, this could be a great reality show, and with you and Christie and Palin.
Well, I think you're true, and I think that's right. And you see the kind of record numbers The Apprentice is doing.
Oh, I knew we were going to get to that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see the record numbers that we got the other night on Miss Universe. The Miss Universe took the evening, so we're very happy about that.
I got to tell you, Donald, you in the bathing suit in the contest, that
wouldn't be for me.
That was over the top.
That wouldn't be for the public. It wouldn't be for me. That's true.
All right. Now, look, I don't think you're going to run for president, but let me say this. I like the fact that you're there. I like the fact that you're not afraid to say what's on your mind. I think we need that in a presidential race. So I'm not offended if you don't run, if you do run, but if you decide to run, you got to know that building an organization that you'd have to build is very difficult for a person who has never done it before.
But how do you know I'm not building it right now, Bill? How would you know that?
Because you're playing golf in Miami, Donald.
I'm not playing golf. I own the club. I'm working with contractors. I'm not doing golf.
You telling me you didn't play golf this week?
I did not play golf this week.
Not one time since Sunday?
No, not one time. I've been down here for about one day, and all I'm doing is fighting with contractors and making the job look beautiful. It's almost finished.
Somebody saw you putting through one of those windmills in Opelika.
No, that wasn't you. Well, that was not me. That I can guarantee you that.
Right.
I can guarantee you. No, I'm a worker. I'm not a player. I'm a worker. Bill.
Okay. So watch the tweets. We're glad you came on, and we want you to keep telling it like it is. Fair?
Okay, man.
Fair?
You have a deal. You have a deal. And you, too.
No, don't worry about me. Plenty more as a factor moves